Okay there, so this is how I'm feeling about this administration. Just overwhelmed. Disappointed, confused, etc. But this is making me feel like this. Like determined, ready to fight. Not physically, but for what's right. Like all of the things that I see that are going on, I'm like, let's do something about this, because this is not okay. I mentioned a couple of videos ago that there was a tweet put out by Trump, and I'll put it here. Okay, it's a Time magazine cover, a fake one. Fake Time magazine cover, obviously AI, BS, but it says Trump on it. As you can see, if I can do my editing correctly, right? Trump on it, and then you have Trump with the crown, and it literally says "Long live the king." Now, this would be problematic if some rando posted it, but it wasn't some rando who posted it, and it wasn't on Trump's personal account, which again would be problematic in and of itself. However, it was posted to the White House account. The White House. The White House tweeted this disgusting AI BS image that says "Long live the king." Okay. Again, this itself is problematic. However, as soon as I saw it, I said, oh my God, that is very reminiscent of a political cartoon that I've taught in my class for many, many years. And again, if I can edit correctly, it's over here. This one is Andrew Jackson. And as I've mentioned before, there are a lot of similarities between the current king, and he's in the most angry way, and the king of 1830 something. Okay. This is very bizarre, especially when you take into consideration that the Andrew Jackson one is a satirical, pointed critique of him, whereas Donald Trump's is not a critique at all. That's what makes it even more worrisome. That is a freaking problem, okay? So, as we open up these build-in battles, I'm going to talk about this Andrew Jackson cartoon and then try to wrap it up and, compare and contrast a little bit. So I'm going to go with Silver Tempest first, and then we'll do Temporal, and then we'll do Stellar Crown. Okay. So again, just to remind you, if you're not familiar with the build-in battle kit, it has a ready-to-play deck, okay, with one of 4 unique foil promo cards, and then you get 4 booster packs as well. So let's start off with the oldest one. I don't remember which one came first, but I'm pretty sure Temporal Forces. So I think it was this one, then this one, then this one. That's my guess, but that sounds I don't know. That sounds very possible. This one I know for sure came first. Anyway, so the Andrew Jackson cartoon. And I'll try to put my stuff on this side of the screen so that way I can put the picture over here when I'm editing. So the Andrew Jackson cartoon was made this slide's off, that's right. Approximately 1832. A lot of the research I was doing makes it seem like they don't even, like it's not even clear as to who made this, which is very interesting. So here's also the card list for this set. And then it gives you some information and some suggestions on how to build your deck. Okay. Then we have our exclusive foil promo, which is stamped. What that means is that it has an extra like icon on it. And we see our favorite Black Star promo. So this is a playable deck. Like this has all the cards that you would need to just be able, I think, it says ready to play, right? Oh wait, on here, it says ready to play, right? Yeah, ready to play. So I think you can just play with this deck and be good to go. And I imagine it has the energies in it too because it's ready to play. And then we have these, what is this? Four I almost said boxes, booster packs to go with our deck. So we can spruce it up a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's leave this cutie for the end. Everybody loves Lugia. And we'll do these two first because I don't know what they are. Okay. So in this extremely famous political cartoon of Andrew Jackson, again in like 1832, it's a sharp critique. It's a sharp-tongued critique, one might say, of Andrew Jackson and his policies. And again, it was a critical cartoon of him. It was not a, we love Andrew Jackson. It was the opposite. It was saying that he was a tyrant and a king, and that's disgusting. So they have him in like this regal gown and a crown. Again, Donald Trump's also has him in a crown. Normally, that is not something that you want to associate with yourself if you are an American politician, but whatever. And here he also, Andrew Jackson, is holding, I forgot there's a pack trick here. Okay. So we got this guy, and it is 4 from the back. So I'll do that for the future. Put that over there. Got nothing interesting here. My computer put itself to sleep. Okay. In his hand, he has a veto. He has a roll of paper, like a document, and it says veto. And underneath his feet, underneath Andrew Jackson's feet in this cartoon, I'm looking at it right now, he's standing on the Constitution of the United States of America. He is standing on something labeled, I think it's the Pennsylvania flag, and then it says Internal Improvements, U.S. Bank, which I believe is what the veto's in reference to, I think. And then there's also a book at his feet that's just been tossed on the floor, and it says Judiciary of the U.S. Tate. I don't know what that means, but it definitely says judiciary. Okay. Again, all of these things might sound familiar. I don't know what accent just came out of me. That's right. We said that it's 4 from the back. That's the energy. Cool. We did it correctly. I don't know why they were stacked like this. If anybody knows, please tell me. I'm surely confused. So at the bottom of the cartoon, like outside of the image, it's titled King Andrew the First. And if we look at the other margins around the picture, the left one says, of veto memory. The top says born to command, aka like a monarch, right? And then the right one says, had I been consulted. I need to do a little bit more digging into this because I'm kind of confused about what exactly these are meaning. But had I been consulted kind of sounds like something that Trump might say in order to, shoo off some responsibility. And then I found a version, which I will post, where it has him, let me back up. There's a version that I found where underneath the image, it tells you more critique. And it wasn't until I was researching for this video that I saw this one. I had never seen this one before. I don't know how, but it has King Andrew. Again, I'm going to put it right there. But it says King Andrew the First, born to command. Again, what is that in reference to? It's obviously in reference to a monarchy, right? That you are born there and therefore you feel entitled to all of this power. Okay? It says, a king who, possessing as much power as his gracious brother William the Fourth. Wow, what did I clearly wasn't looking at what I was doing. Gracious brother William the Fourth makes a worse use of it. Who is William the Fourth? My understanding is that was the king at the time of England. So it's a critique of that, right? Our former ruler, literally. And if we talk about 1823-ish America, that's really early on in American history. So it's still a fresh memory. Like, there was still a lot of people, let's see, 25, 50. There was possibly, like, there were some people who were still around in both times. And definitely you would have heard about it from your parents. Hey, we got something good. Okay. Never seen this car before. This is an outfit, isn't it? Wow. If you want all eyes on you, that's what you wear. But I appreciate and respect the confidence here. Okay, last one of Silver Tempest. The broadside. So there's a political cartoon. I think this version of it, at least, if not the cartoon itself, was printed as a broadside, which means like a poster / flyer thing. And I think, like, to me, this information at the bottom that really just hammers these points home suggests to me that it was probably a flyer that somebody could read. And it continues, a king who has placed himself above the laws as he has shown by his contempt of our judges. Sound familiar? Again, it's interesting because that's a cool Pikachu card. Look, he's like, oh, did you just see what I see? Hold on a second. This is nice, guys. Again, this is just a build and battle. People don't really like these. Like, people don't really pick these up. But you get a full set of cards, so you don't have to worry about building your own deck. It's already made for you. Not saying that it's a good deck, but I don't know. As a beginner, it seems good to me. And then you get 4 packs. Sorry, yeah, I'll take off it. You get 4 packs, and we've gotten a full art, and then we have some good stuff in here. Here's Pika. Always cutie Pika. Then we get this funny one to me because it looks like he's meditating, but he's also checking to see, like, they don't touch my stuff. Or are they seeing me meditate because I want those brownie points? The bit cynical. Yoga Guard. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, both yours and opponents. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attack. I don't understand that last part, but that's funny. And then you saw it. Wow, I totally just slammed my... I didn't mean to be that dramatic. Look at this bizarre card. So this is obviously a gold card. It looks cool, and it's also, like, confusing to look at. That's interesting. We got a Stunky or something. Forgot what the guy's name. It's called Gapjaw Bog. Whenever either player puts a basic Pokemon from their hand onto the bench, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Oh, it's a trainer stadium. There's trainer supports, trainer item, trainer supporter, I think. The stadium stays in play when you play it. Discard it if another stadium comes into play. If a stadium with the same name is in play, you can't play this card. Okay. That means you can't, like, overwrite it. Interesting. I've never seen that card before. That's a cool one. Look, we got really lucky in, like, a very small box that, again, people don't really pay a lot of attention to. I will happily take that. Okay. This is not taking me as long as I thought it would. So let's do one more. Let's open up one more. And we'll put this away unless I get heated and feel like I need a little bit more content. A little bit more things open. Okay, that was great. Okay, now let's open up this temporal forces one. That was awesome. That was a good deal. Okay, so we got, again, temporal forces here. To continue this broadside, it says, a king who would destroy our currency and substitute old rags payable by no one knows who and no one knows where instead of good silver dollars. Meaning, I think this is in reference to, pretty confident, this is in reference to what he had on under his feet, the internal improvements of the U.S. bank. Because at this time there was a lot of problems, like there was a lot of problems happening during like the early parts of our country when it came to banks and having a currency and things like that. It was not easy, as you might imagine. I mean, even today, if we were going to have like a new system of currency, it would be really hard even today. But if we're talking about back in these times where like, you know, it takes a while to even get a letter somewhere else, you can see why there would be like a little bit of a problem, a little bit of a hard time. Coridon, temporal forces. Again, this itself is a playable deck. And then we got this that has the card list in it. I'll put the card list in the Silver Tempest one too. And we got that. Okay. Let's open up these packs. All of them are ugly. Okay. So we'll just do it in this order, because there's no preference to me here. Okay, the next one says, a king born to command, as he has shown himself by appointing men to the office contrary to the will of the people. Does that sound familiar? Interesting how these despots just have the same modus operandi. It's almost as if it works. Then it says, I don't know if there's a card trick here, so we'll just go. I think I saw something. Did you see something? I don't know what that's all. It also says, a king who, while he was feeding his favorites out of the public money, denied a pittance to the old soldiers who fought and bled for our independence. So, again, using context clues, right? This does confirm what I just guessed, but I was trying to do some quick math there, that, the American Revolution wasn't a distant memory. Okay, we didn't see anything. I saw the shiny and I thought it might have been something good, and it's just like a tumbleweed. Very pitiful tumbleweed. Normally tumbleweeds are a bit more full than that, but that's fine. We're good. Then it also, so in regards to that one, a king who, while he was feeding his favorites out of the public money, denied a pittance to the old soldiers who fought and bled for our independence. Oh yeah, what I was saying was, again, in 1820s, like, that was, the American Revolution was not that long ago. The Constitution was not that long ago. Like, this isn't a fairly new document. And again, he's choosing to put money into his friends, his favorites, as opposed to what the American people would rather their money go to, such as, veterans. Or I don't know, if the current day, maybe the national parks. Or, poor people. I don't know, maybe something like that, And so again, these things are not like unusual to our time. It's just, it is unusual for us. It's not unprecedented. Okay. It's just that we haven't seen it in such a long time that it feels unprecedented, because it seems like, we got over that. We didn't. It's not that we didn't. It's that some people are bad people. Some people do like power. Some people do stupid things when they get too much of it. That's just a human trait. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. The last one on this document, it says, a king whose prime minister and heir apparent was thought unfit for the office of ambassador by the people. Then it says, shall he reign over us, or shall the people rule? Again, if you don't see the similarities between now and this broadside from literally 200 years ago, I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's not much I can do for you, because this is about as obvious as it gets. This is the fierce kitty. He is going to just shred you. You think a cat's going to shred your couch? Nope. Not this kitty. This kitty is going to blaze you, and you will just turn into ashes. Incineroar. That's a fun name. Very Pokemon name. Okay. We got one more. So we have not been doing too great, but an EX is not bad, but to have 5 energy on something is like a lot. So it doesn't seem like the most practical card. But I'm new here. I don't really know. Last pack. And let's just chew on that. Let's just chew on this for a second. This last part is a little bit confusing to modern minds. Even as a history teacher, I definitely had some problems with this one, but then I figured it out. So if we're talking about the king is obviously in this situation Jackson, right? And so in this analogy, who would the prime minister be and who would the heir apparent be? Well, for me, it was easier to figure out the heir apparent first, because your heir apparent is who would take your place if you get out, right? Or if you die or whatever. So in this case, it would be his vice president. Who is his vice president? Calhoun. John C. Calhoun. And then who would the prime minister be? That one is a little bit more difficult. But when I looked up Calhoun and Jackson's relationship, I came across a page that literally said Jackson versus Clay and Calhoun, and I was like, oh, Henry Clay, who a lot of people are obsessed with, and I've just never really looked into him that often, honestly. But this website says that Jackson developed a political rivalry with his vice president, John C. Calhoun. Throughout his term, Jackson waged political and personal war with these men, defeating Clay in the presidential election of 1832 and leading Calhoun to resign as vice president. So again, this cartoon came out in 1832-ish, so that makes perfect sense. So in this day when this was made, that was current events. Like, that was, I'm sure everyone knew about that. So if for us, it seems a little bit hard to decipher, but for people back in the day, it would not have been. Shall he reign over us, or shall the people rule, guys? What do you think this guy thinks about this? What do you think, Mr. Iron Boulder? I don't like this generation, like, whatever this is, with like this guy, this Wake, is this Wake? There's like Iron Wake, and wait, let's look at the list. Because I have a bit of a grievance here. It's not really a grievance. It's just I don't like, and I had seen somebody mention this recently. Iron leaves, gouging fire, walking wake, iron crown, iron bolt. Wait, yeah, iron bolt. I thought, see, that's how similar these names are. I thought I had already talked about raging bolt. And you know how when we looked at these packages, I was just like, they're all ugly. I stand by that statement. I think these are not cute. This one's the cutest one because it looks kind of like a cat, but it's not a cat, so it's not really cute. Anyway, I'm just making stuff up. But guys, pay attention, man. Like, this disgusting, not satirical in the slightest. Like, again, this thing is so bizarre, because if you had posted this Trump AI trash, I don't even want to say art, because it's just AI disgustingness. If we were to take this JPEG, or that seems better than art, this this image. If we had posted it to like The Onion or something that's more critical of Trump, like something that's more left-leaning, this would absolutely, without any context or caption needed, it would be definitely a political statement saying that he is a radical monarchist, despot, etc. But the same image was instead posted by the White House Twitter account. The White House. With the quote, "Congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king." That was in quotes. And then it says, "President Donald J. Trump." This should make you throw up in your mouth a little bit. I'm not going to say this should make you scared, because I don't want to make anybody scared. But I should say it should make you at first do this. And then it should make you do this. And it should probably also make you feel like this. Okay? This dude, I forgot what they're called. This little ugly dude, no offense, just kidding. A little bit of offense, because he's not the most beautiful looking creature. We can team up together, guys. This is funny. This is political commentary in 2025, guys. Let's be like Captain Pikachu. Let's be like Snubble or whatever bizarre name this is. It's okay to feel like this. You will feel like you feel like this. But we're Americans and we have things we can do about it. We can resist. Because we need to remain determined to protect the Constitution of the United States of America. In my opinion, the best country that has ever existed. And I know that we've made mistakes. I get that. I want to be the best we can be. Period. And having someone who thinks of themselves as a king and openly declares that on the freaking internet for everyone to see is unacceptable. So if we ask this question one more time, shall he reign over us or shall the people rule? I think Captain Pikachu has the answer. I think you do too. So, that is today's video. We opened up Silver Tempest building battle and a Temporal Force building battle. Now I have 2 decks I can play with. Well, 2 more. Again, not saying that they're great. But we also got a couple of things. The Temporal Forces building battle was definitely more robust. But dang, this Silver Tempest build and battle. There we go. Gave me these 2 guys, which I think is okay. And when we have this determination, let's have the confidence of Wallace. I don't think that's too much to ask. I'm just kidding. It is a bit much to ask. Who has this level of confidence? Only Wallace. Let's be honest. No one can pull this off like Wallace. This is just choices. But we have choices too. So let's make good ones. Until the next time, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. If there's anything that you would like me to talk about, please let me know. If there's any current event or any psychology topic, economics topic, anything social studies, I got you. You let me know. I do have the Spaceship Columbia on my to-do list. But other than that, you let me know. And I got you. All right, so until then, let's just see what happens next. Thank you for watching.